Hello, in this video we're going to be taking a look at prime numbers and prime factors. So by the end of the video you should be able to represent a number as a product of its prime factors. So firstly, let's start off with what is a prime number. Well, we call a number prime if it has exactly two factors, okay? So for example, let's look at the number 3. This lists its factors where we get 1 and 3. And so 3 is a prime number because the only factors it has is 1 in itself. It has exactly two factors. Another number might be, say, 5. Let's list the factors of 5. Well, 1 and 5, it's got exactly two factors, so it's a prime number. We could look at the number 6. Okay, well, 6 has the factors 1, 6, 2 and 3. And because it's got 4 factors and not 2, 6 is not a prime number. One more maybe, let's look at the number 1. Well, the factors of 1 is just 1, so it's not prime because it only has one factor. Okay, so we call a number prime if it has exactly two factors, or the only numbers you can divide it by are 1 in itself. So sometimes you might be asked to find the prime factors of a number, and this is just the factors of a number that also happen to be prime. So say we were looking at the number 120. This is a method that we can use to find the prime factors of 120. We're going to split it into 2 bits, so I'll draw 2 lines, okay? This is called a prime factor tree. So now I need to pick any 2 numbers I like that I can multiply together to get to 120. So I will pick, for example, 10 and 12, like that, okay? Now I'm going to circle any of the numbers that are prime. Obviously 10 isn't prime, neither is 12, so I'm not going to circle either of them. The numbers that are left, so 10 and 12, I'm going to draw 2 more lines coming off like this, okay? And I'm going to do the same thing again. So to get 10, I could do 1 times 10, or I could do 2 times 5. So I'll do 2 times 5. And for 12, I'm going to choose 2 times 6, like this. I'm now going to circle any numbers I have that are prime. So for example, 2, 5, and 2. And I'm left with 6. So again, I'm going to split it into 2 bits. And I'm going to say that's 2 times 3. Okay? There we go. And circle the numbers that are prime. So I'll circle 2, and I'll circle 3. So now I've circled all my numbers, my prime factor tree is finished. I'm now going to circle the number, or highlight the numbers that are circled for us, so the 2, 5, 2, 2 and 3. These numbers are the prime factors of 120. So the prime factors of 120 will be 2, 3 and 5. Nice and easy, that's pretty simple. But like I said, sometimes the question might say, express, say, 120 as a product of its prime factors. And all this means is if we're finding the product, it means what numbers we can multiply together to make 120 that are prime. So we do the factor tree like this. The numbers that are circled, we just multiply all the numbers together. So we would say 120 is equal to 2 times 5 times 2 times 2 times 3. And that is 120 as a product of its prime factors. Now we can actually neaten this up a little bit because we've got 2 times 2 times 2 3 times, which is the same as 2 cubed. So I could say it's 2 cubed times 3 times 5. And that's it. We've now represented 120 as a product of its prime factors. Let's maybe take a look at one more example. Let's do the number 30. Okay, and I want to express 30 as a product of its prime factors. So we could split it into, say, 2 and 15, where 2 is prime, so I'll circle it, and say 5 and 3. And 5 and 3 are both prime, so I'll circle them. So 30 as a product of its prime factors is going to be 2 times 3 times 5, and that's it. So thanks for watching. Hopefully it was useful. If it was, subscribe. Go over to my channel for tons of past papers and other tutorials like that, or go over to my TikTok for loads of worked exam questions. Thanks for watching.